All right. Dave Filoni, you are the one, the chosen one. Oh my gosh. All right, this was awesome. This episode was phenomenal, fantastic, phenomenal. This was it right here. Oh my gosh, this episode was crazy from the start to the end, man. This was it right here. This episode was just this was Star Wars. It just keeps getting better and better each episode so far. Like maybe sometimes my ratings doesn't seem like it, but it just hits where it needs to hit. It hits the notes, man, and wow, this was this was great from the beginning where they both get attacked at the very start, immediately as this episode started, quick and easy, no problem. And then they have to face the other Marok and the Lady Jedi. Fuck, I always forget her name. And wow, great lightsaber fighting right there. And the simplicity of how Ahsoka killed Marok, just ching, whoosh, like that. And he just goes blah and pops out green dust. I'm sure that was probably a Night Sister thing, right there, because it was green. I'm sure it was a reference to even when um, Darth Maul's brother in the Clone Wars, or brother, with quotations, gets killed off, right? He just burns up in green smoke, fire or something. Yeah, it was a great fight. Obviously, Ahsoka won, easy. And while that was going on, Ahsoka continues. While Sabine continues to fight with Lady Jedi, Lady Sith, and clearly, when Ahsoka faces Balin, that was it right there. That was a fight worth waiting for. It was epic. With the silence between them, just like a samurai fight. It was phenomenal. It was great. I don't know how best to say it, but it was just so cool to watch. You know, them talking about Anakin in the first place. It's like, what? I'm like, how do you know, bro? How do you know? You know what I mean? And clearly he was in the Clone Wars for a second, but like he knows a lot more than anyone should. Not sure anyone close, probably, but him. A little weird, but sure. So far making sense, right? Um, but that was still cool. The fight was awesome. The flips Ahsoka does, the techniques they both make, great action. And then at the end, with Ahsoka thinking Sabine actually lost um, for a second, but gets distracted when she does actually come back around, holding the sphere, because the disconnection they made when it was just seconds away from giving the whole map to hyperspace or to go to the next galaxy and stuff, which is crazy, which we'll be seeing next week. That's gonna be awesome. And she didn't she just stood there, and Ahsoka just fell. She fell. Crazy, you know? And after that, Sabine contemplated, but gives the ball for the last few seconds. He fell to wanting to know where Ezra, or is Ezra alive still? To where he is, and everything. It's crazy. And well, yeah, that makes sense. Makes sense. Clearly, she wants to know. She wants to know. I mean, if it really truly is her last family, true family and stuff, because of everything in Mandalore, like Balin said. Yeah, I mean, you're gonna do anything to get that back, right? So it makes sense. No problem there. And it was cool even during the fights with Sabine. She still couldn't fully grasp the lightsaber still, but still ended up using her Mandalore skills that paid off her surviving that fight. That was great. That was also great. She still uses her same old Mandalore stuff as she should. You know, this that was great. Great. All makes sense and everything. And then Hera also comes at the very end with her own fleet without any permission. As we probably knew what was gonna happen. It was gonna happen, of course. She didn't say much, but of course it was gonna happen. That was obvious. Classic Rebels right there. Rebels move right there. And as they arrive, they're already engaging on the hyper jump, ready to go, and they didn't care if they were in the front or not. They were just gonna go, and you see that face to face with the whole not explosion, but the power, blue light, just going right through them, and just a lot of the X-wings just crashing, devastating damage. It was crazy visuals, amazing. That was awesome. So cool to see that. Sucks because we lost a few men, but that was crazy. That was so cool, so cool. And then at the end, the best moments from all the moments that happened in this episode. It was a weird shot, but it was an awesome shot. At first it was weird, but then it makes sense. Scrolling from the ocean, blending into the world between worlds with her on the ground and shit. It was so cool, so cool. And as she gets up, we hear the magic words, "Hey, Snips." Oh my gosh! And at that moment, I'm like, no way, no way. And then he continues to talk, and I'm like, no. And she's like, huh? And I'm like, huh? She was like, no. And I was like, no. And I was like, yes. And then he talks. She turns around and sees him. Live action once again. Anakin shows up, just stares with a smile. Magic moment. Dave did it. He did it. And that's how we end that episode. We see live action Anakin and Ahsoka for the first time. Oh my gosh, from Clone Wars cartoons to live action, we get to witness that. Oh my gosh, that was an awesome moment. Clearly not sure who he really is, if that really is Anakin or some Force ghost of some kind. Just a vision in Ahsoka's head, mind, I mean. Who knows? But still, what a way to end on this episode with them going to hyperspace already immediately. We're just halfway and we're already dealing with all these things, which is great. Great pacing, which is what I've enjoyed so far from this episode. I give this episode a 10. A 10 out of 10. First episode to hit this mark. When you bring in Anakin, that's you get an extra point or two immediately from me. That was awesome. Yeah, highly recommend this episode. So far, it's just getting better and better. Hopefully, it continues next week. And hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a comment what you guys think. More out.